Hi guys, it's Morgan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the book Dear Evan Hansen by Val Emmich with Steven Levenson, Benj Pasek, and Justin Paul. Now if you don't know what the book's about, it's the Broadway musical Dear Evan Hansen in novel form, and it's about Evan Hansen, who's told by his therapist to write letters to himself to build up his self-confidence. When one of Evan's classmates, Connor Murphy, commits suicide and is found with one of Evan's letters, it makes Connor's family think that Evan and Connor were friends. Because of the lie, Evan becomes close to Connor's family. He even starts dating Connor's sister Zoe, and his life changes. Will Evan be able to keep the lie up, or will it blow up in his face? Now, since this book does deal with the topic of suicide, if you don't think you'd be able to handle reading something that deals with that topic, then don't read the book. Now, if you haven't read the book, there will be spoilers in this review, so stop watching if you don't want to be spoiled. With that said, here's my review of the book Dear Evan Hansen by Val Emmich with Steven Levenson, Benj Pasek, and Justin Paul. I felt really sorry for Evan when he went to his first day of senior year, since Alana was telling him everything that she did over the summer but wouldn't let Evan finish his sentences, and then she left before Evan could ask her to sign his cast. And yes, Evan did talk to Jared, but it was still really mean that Jared told Evan that he wouldn't sign his cast, and also told him that they were family friends, not regular friends. That's horrible for anyone to hear. At first, I really liked reading the part when Evan and Connor were talking in the computer lab and Connor signed Evan's cast, especially considering what happened in the lunchroom. But then things took a turn when Connor saw Evan's letter and thought Evan was making fun of him and took it. Yes, Connor didn't give Evan a chance to explain, but it was still sad to see a nice moment go south. When Evan found out that Connor was dead, he did try to explain to Connor's parents that Connor didn't write the letter, but they didn't believe him, and it makes sense. They thought Evan was in shock, and Connor was found with a letter that said Dear Evan Hansen and was signed me, and they also saw that Connor signed Evan's cast. So you really can't blame Connor's parents for the conclusion they came to. Even though I knew it was going to happen, it was still really sad when we found out that Connor was dead, and it made it even sadder to read the parts in the book that were in Connor's point of view, which was just about him watching everything that was going on. And we also got a little bit of a backstory, and we really got to see what Connor was feeling. When Evan was having dinner at the Murphys' house, it made sense that Zoe was quizzing him on his friendship with Connor and her parents weren't. I mean, she did see Connor push Evan. This would have been the perfect time for Evan to tell them the truth, but instead he told them that the reason Connor pushed him was because he talked to Connor and they had agreed that they wouldn't talk to each other at school. And he dug himself deeper with more lies about their friendship until even Zoe believed him. It was horrible when Evan got Jared to help him fake emails between him and Connor. If Evan had just told the Murphys the truth, yes, they would be sad, but at least they would know. At this point, Evan had dug himself so deep that because of the fake emails, he got himself to a point where he could never tell the Murphys the truth, even though he does at the end. The conversation that Evan and Zoe had in Connor's room was really sweet, since Evan was telling Zoe how he felt about her, even though he also told her that they were things that Connor told him. However, I know that Evan liked Zoe, but him kissing her was very bad timing. Even though Evan was lying about being friends with Connor, I did really like seeing him, Jared, and Alana come together to make the Connor project so that Connor wouldn't be forgotten. You could tell it really meant a lot to Connor's family, and it could also help other people at their school, which is also very good. I was happy that Evan and Zoe were dating since I did think they were cute together, but at the same time, it was only because Evan was lying about being friends with Connor, since it's obvious if Evan had never gone along with the lie, Evan and Zoe would never have dated. Evan and Connor's dad Larry bonding was both really sweet and also really heartbreaking, since Evan doesn't have a relationship with his dad and Larry would never get another chance to spend time with Connor. At the same time, I was also really upset that Evan told the truth that he didn't have a relationship with his dad, but was still lying about being friends with Connor. I didn't blame Evan's mom Heidi for being offended when the Murphys offered to pay for Evan's college. I mean, Heidi had every right to be upset. Her son has been spending all his time with someone else's family, while his mom has always been there for him in the best way that she could. To be honest, I didn't feel sorry for Evan when he finally told the Murphys the truth after everyone was blaming them for Connor's suicide. I mean, if he had made sure that the Murphys knew the truth from the beginning, then none of this would have happened. I was completely on Larry's side when he told Evan to please leave. Even though it was sad, it was also really sweet when Evan's mom told him that she recognized Connor's suicide note as one of Evan's letters and apologized for not knowing that Evan was hurting inside. Yes, Evan said that he didn't tell her, but at the same time, I think any good parent would want to be able to tell how their child was feeling, even if their child didn't tell them. It really showed how good the Murphys are by them not telling everyone that Evan lied, because they could have. And I also really liked that Evan decided to read all of Connor's favorite books so that he can know more about him. And it was also really nice to see Evan and Zoe meet at the apple orchard. Obviously, they weren't dating anymore since Evan was lying, but it was nice to see them both get closure. Thanks for watching, guys! If you read the book, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my future videos, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!